ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
From the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Pulled in at the 24. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
On 2.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they will throw it with Burrow. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two. It's good for a first down.
11.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On 1, ready?
And they go play action now. Burrow.
He'll get this off to Taylor.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready?
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now the rookie's free. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
From way up at the 23.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Here we go.
From the 35 on second down, Burrow steps away to his left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Across midfield and down into Houston territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go, here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well defended right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third manageable with that run.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this Texans defense stands tall. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The Texans at 4-5, a game under 500, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They run right side with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here we go.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Gun.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now Burrow on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
On 1, ready?
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Burrow looking to pass. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. Another good reception there, the Colts on the march. To the air again, Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
11.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
On 3rd down, here's is Taylor.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 40 now on second down, Jackson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Jackson. Dance, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On third down, here's Hunt. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Gun.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running left, Taylor. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to it.
And he's had the hot hand. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we
The
go.
false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
He'll check this one down to Gainwell.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these other important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
I'm one, right?
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
They run once more with Taylor.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Always got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring out the 4th down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll try and run right on the option. They pitch it out to Hunt. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll run again with Hunt.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up.
Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
From way up at the 23. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Hunt will try going up the middle. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Galladay. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of the yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Colts send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Jackson's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. A carry here for Hunt.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And Ingram holds it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. Touchdown, Texans.
Gabriel Davis
from 8 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
113 yards rushing for him so far this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
One, ready?
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offense coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
On 2.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in